Get it going, man. This is Ace with RockRevolt magazine. I'm here with Lou from Palisades outside of the Truman in Kansas City. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Good, good. Welcome back. You were just here in October with nothing more.
Yeah, dude. It seems like we just never left, you know?
Right,
yeah.
right.
We tour so often that it just seems like we're just constantly live on the road, you know?
No, absolutely. Since this is your second time back to the Truman, which is a fairly new venue, and you get to see a lot of venues out of the country, Ben, this is your second time back. What do you think of the venue the first time, and are you good with coming back? Or?
Yeah, I mean, the Truman's awesome. It's a really, really nice venue. It's super rad. I mean, when we first played, I know it was like baby brand new.
Right.
Maybe did 2 shows beforehand, so it was a little bit, you know, growing pains, but it's went awesome today. Soundcheck went awesome, and we're excited to play a show tonight, so it should be really cool.
Right on. And talking about living on the road, man, you guys were just welcome to Rockville this weekend.
Yeah, man.
We made it all the way up here in a couple days.
Crazy.
How was Rockville?
Dude, Rockville was legendary.
Yeah.
All those festivals that Danny Wimmer and Clay and everybody that are involved in that put on are so incredible, so special. And we played on main stage at the opening at Doors, or not Doors. Like, we were the first band that played, and just to look out and see that crowd filled with like 12,000 people was incredible. And then the last song we played is Let Down,
right? And
we just cut out the end and we let the crowd sing it, and it was massive. It was one of the most like epic points in my life. It was incredible. So.
Right on. You guys got Carolina Rebellion coming up too.
Yep.
Everybody says Rockville is one of the best ones of the year.
Dude, they're all great. I mean, Rockville, we did Louder Than Life last year. That was awesome. In Louisville, we've done Download Fest in England and Reading and Leeds. And they're all incredible, but Rockville is very special for me. I'm originally from Florida, so my family came out to that. That was awesome. My mom, my dad, my sister, my stepmom, they all got to come out and see it, so it was really cool.
Hell yeah! So that had nice little special touch. Being the big festival like that and everything, it kind of, it's like we did it.
Yeah,
man. We're here.
Yeah, it was cool because my dad hasn't seen us play in about 2 years. He's a cop. He's always really busy, so he can never really make it out. So he got to come out for this one, and he was blown away, so that meant a lot to me. So.
Right on. And I mean, speaking of festivals, to keep that going, you guys also did Shiprock, man?
Yeah, man.
How was that? What's that like, being on a cruise ship?
Dude.
I don't want to use the word trapped, but you're trapped with everybody.
It's a bonding experience, I like to say. It's like a truly bonding experience. Like, we met fans on there and people on there that are just going to be fans for life, and because of that bonding experience that we shared on that boat, man, it's a one-of-a-kind experience. I mean, what other thing can you really do where you're just like, face-to-face with the people that love you just as much as you love them, and it's an incredible thing. It was awesome. So I'm a big Eagles fan, and that was the night the Eagles won the NFC Championship.
Right.
And there was a bunch of Eagles fans on that boat, and we all were hanging out, having a good time, and it was cool because the next day was the first show of the Shiprock, and they all came wearing the Eagles gear.
Nice.
They were people that had never heard of us before just came because it's that sort of camaraderie and that hangout that like really makes lifelong family fans. It's awesome.
It's like, hey, we're on vacation, we're gonna kick it, but we're gonna go work real quick. We'll be right back.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's super rad. It's dope.
Oh yeah. So you guys have been out in support of Rise, man, for now a little over a year. It came out January 20th, I think, of 17. January.
Yeah, our self-title is actually called Palisades.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but yeah, about January 20th is when it came out. So it's been amazing, man. The feedback and the love, it's been incredible, man.
So, are you guys riding that wave for a while, or you guys, you're working, right?
Oh, dude, the wait is about to be over for that one. We've been writing since the album came out. We've been writing new music, and right after this tour, we're actually getting ready to go back into the studio and do a whole new album. So we're going to be recording with the legendary producer Howard Benson. He's done so many incredible bands: My Chemical Romance, Renee's Grace, Of Mice and Men. Just so many. His house is full of plaques, and we wanted to work with someone that was going to understand us and is going to push us to the next level. So, I mean, we have about, we write constantly on the road, so every single time we have a hotel or we have a down day or an off day or whatever, we're writing in that van, we're writing in the hotel room, so we have about like 20, 25 tracks demoed out that I'm sure are going to change around and stuff, so.
Now, and this brings the question to mind that since you're working with Howard Benson, I actually interviewed a gentleman a few months back. He's been in the game for a long time, and one of the things he said is, he was talking about producers who have worked with all these bands and how they push them and to make them into the same style. Is that something you're worried about? Or are you going to be like, listen, this is Palisades, this is us? But I mean, he's going to have a good influence on the album, but are you worried about taking it too much to make it sound like somebody else?
No,
What do you think your thoughts are on that?
Absolutely not. I think one of the reasons why we chose to work with Howard and he chose to work with us is because he loves our sound and he loves what Palisades is, and him being able to, I think he's just going to help bring us to that next level and help Palisades evolve one step further. And you know, we're every single person in the band is very creative. We all write. It's not like one person in the band writes it all and we all just play it. We're all very much involved in the writing process, and we've already met with Howard, and he's totally we had that discussion of, you know, what do we want this album to sound like, and you know, words go so far, but really when we're in the studio, it's going to really come to life. And I think the beautiful thing about Palisades is that Palisades will always sound like Palisades. We don't ever try to sound like anyone else or anything. We just take our own wave and just cruise on it, and it's been working so far. So
yeah, right on, man. Can't be mad at that, right?
Yeah, man.
Right, can't be mad at 2017's been kind of like a discovery of music, man. It seems like, you know, you always hear all that bullshit, rock was dead, new music sucked. 2017 was kind of an eye-opening and kind of a discovery for bands like you guys, I Prevail, Dead, Nothing More, and just the list goes on and on. It's like a resurgence, and you guys are a part of that, man. What's it like, man? How's that feel? I
want to give a special shout out to Octane. Because
absolutely
they are part of this rebirth of rock music. And I think for a long time, you know, a lot of people thought maybe that rock music was dead because no one was giving the shot to the up-and-coming bands to take that mantle. You turn on any rock radio station, they play the classics all the time. And the classics are classics for a reason, because they're classic. But when are you ever going to pass that torch to the next up-and-coming man? You know, people want to hear, you know, Linkin Park, but who's going to be the next Linkin Park? People want to hear My Chemical Romance. Who's going to be the next My Chemical Romance? That's how music grows, and you know, Octane and a lot of the other rock radio stuff, but really especially XM radio with Octane has really opened that door down. And you know, there's bands that have been playing, you know, festivals like Warped Tour for years that are now finally, like us, that are finally getting into that rock radio world, and we've been embraced by this family, and it's been incredible, you know. And you see so many other publications in different genres being able to pass that torch a lot easier than I feel like rock music has in the past. You know, you look at hip hop and you have the XXL Freshman Freestyle every year, where they kind of show you, hey, these are the next big hip hop artists. Now I feel like rock music is really doing that, passing the torch. You know, you got bands like, you know, Seven Dust taking out Memphis Mayfire, who we've been friends with for a long time. That collaboration, I mean, Jonathan Davis on tour with him right now, the man, the myth, the legend, the icon himself. You know, we're touring with him, and that's an incredible opportunity. You know, and shout out to Jonathan and to his whole band and everybody involved in that for us too.
I mean, do you think it's what happened with the industry there for a while is, like, you know, when everything switched and everything went digital, CDs were dead, print was dead, everything kind of went DIY, the money disappeared in music. Terrestrial radio is driven by money. Totally. Which is, like you said, that's why the classics are always being played. Totally. And then it took someone like Octane, who is a subscription based, to say, you know what, we don't need the studio's money, we don't need the label's money. The people that want to listen to us are paying us to play the bands they want to hear. Totally. And I think you're right, man. Octane has really helped get bands back to the forefront and get all this new music that everybody said didn't exist. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we've known about this. I feel like a lot of people that have been in the rock radio world maybe weren't aware of a lot of the younger bands, maybe because they were, like you said, so focused on, you know, the classics, you know, which if it's not broke, don't fix it. They were focused on money, man. I mean, that's not my place. I'm just here to talk about the music aspect. I got you, though. I got you. Like the music aspect, it's so awesome to see that torch being passed now, and you know, we're really appreciative of, you know, Vinny and everybody at Octane and all the other rock radio stations that have, you know, played it. I mean, Octane alone has opened up a door that we have so many people say, hey, man, I heard you from Octane. I never heard of your band before, but I heard you from Octane. You know? I'm one of those guys, man. I've got my subscription, man. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm one of those guys. Especially with Danny Wimmer with those festivals, you know, putting us in front of those massive crowds and gaining new fans from it has just been eye-opening. And I really think that, you know, because, and it means a lot too, having, you know, the
the OG bands taking out the up and coming bands now.
Right.
That's awesome. You know, that's that passing of the torch kind of thing. That's really cool. You know, because we were all inspired by them, by you guys.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I grew up listening to Linkin Park, to Korn, to Limp Bizkit, like all these kind of bands, and then some. You know, and just seeing that happen has been really, really great.
Getting a chance to work with some of them guys is just make you know, see them on the festivals, hang out with them.
Totally.
So
man.
hell yeah. Well, man, I'm gonna be done beating you up. So anything, man. Good, take your time, give a message to the fans, tell the people.
Yeah,
let them know what's up.
I'm just really excited. First of all, I just want to say thank you to all the fans and get everybody that's given Palisades time of day and listen to our music and has been affected by it. And we're getting ready to go over to the studio, and we got a big rest of the year planned and a big next year planned. So keep an eye out at We Are Palisades on all social media. Keep up with us, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
Right on. Thanks a lot, Lou.
Hey, no problem.
All right, bud.